This is Chef Josh with Kayo Sushi Catering. I'm here again tonight with Turbot. Nice, flaky, light seared fish. You can sear it, you can grill it, however you prefer. But tonight we will be pan frying it and we'll be serving it to you. My turbot is filleted out in 4 different sections. Since we quartered it out, 2 fillets on each side. So I got the two sides from each side, and then whatever the leftover carcass is, we'll make a fish stock out of that one. It's one of the best fish stocks, actually. Okay, then next I will show you how to skin this. This is a very commonly used technique to skin the fish. Now our goal is to utilize yield as much as we can off the skin. So the goal is to hold your blade 45 degrees at a 45-degree angle and just gently start pulling back on the skin. It takes time to get used to that, but this should be like your final product right here. This is a nice flaky fish, not too fatty. So when we work with it this evening, we'll be pan frying it and we'll be adding some butter to it so it doesn't dry out. It stays moist while it's still cooking. Okay, I'll set this here. I'll go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Get rid of the outer layer. And yes, I am using my sushi knife. It's personal preference. You can use any type of knife that you feel comfortable with. I've just worked with this knife for a very long time, so I'm very comfortable using it. This fish tends to have a really hard skin, kind of like similar to tuna, but more leathery. Okay. Same thing, angle it down, hold it, and voila. Barely any meat left on there. Okay. Just trim out the outside. Okay. And so what I'll do is I'll pull aside my bok choy and go ahead and set it on the plate. We'll go ahead and turn this stove back on to a low medium. And just while that's warming up, heating up a little bit, we don't want it too hot because we want to give it a nice little sear on the fish. We don't want to dry it out. Okay, while that's happening, I will go ahead and this off here real quick. And go ahead and I'll season this fish. Nothing too fancy. I have salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of tiny bit of onion powder mixed in with it. My goal here is to give it a nice color to it. Like I said, we'll be adding a little bit of a sauce with this, so it's not too dry. So, put some salt on there. If you're wondering why I didn't season it ahead of time and let it marinate, it's because since it's a really, the thing with fish is you don't want to pre-season it or salt it too early, otherwise it'll absorb a lot of the salt and it'll get way too salty. It'll get cured with the salt. So the whole deal with the fish is you have to basically salt it or season it a few minutes before you cook it, or add seasoning to it, or different flavoring, whatever flavor you prefer as you're cooking it. You don't want to get it too salty. So this is starting to heat up a little. I will go ahead and, whoops, that went flying. We'll go ahead and search that later. Set this aside for now. Make sure the pan is fully coated, nicely coated. Let's trim this off here a little bit. Okay. Always want to let your protein away from you. The oil doesn't come splashing on you. Just let it get a nice sear. Approximately no more than 4 minutes on each side, 5 minutes on each side. If we're working with something like halibut, it's much thicker. You want to cook it a lot longer. And it's really easy to tell with fish. Once the color starts to change on one side, it'll get done about 50%, and that's when you want to flip it over to the next side. Here's, hold it down here right now. Okay, so as you can see, the color has changed. It's about 70% done. So I will go ahead and flip it. Yeah, I'm not trying to cook it too hard. Not a hard sear, just a light sear on it. Okay. While that's cooking, we'll take about 2 tablespoons of butter. Cold butter. This will also help me preserve all the flavor for the sauce. Let's go ahead and toss that in there. Okay. I need a spoon, man. So you can tell it's really fresh fish because now it's starting to buckle up. One of the things you have to remember with fish. Okay. Normally, I would score the fish if it had still had skin on it. I would score it a little bit, meaning that I would add a little bit of cuts on the top of the skin side, and then I would sear it. What it does is it prevents the fish from buckling up. It cooks it evenly, right? Nice and flat. But this one I had already filleted without the skin, so that's okay. Okay. See, fish here is almost done. I will go ahead and pull this out. Set it aside for a few minutes, let it rest. Yeah. While this is resting, what I will do is I will turn the heat up a little bit. And guys, once again, if you're curious about all the ingredients that I'm using, it will be all listed below in the details. Stock that I'm using. Okay, we will deglaze it. We'll deglaze all the flavor that's at the bottom. Okay. A bit more. We'll go ahead and reduce that to about 20%. Okay. Okay, what I'll do meanwhile is, if I can open this up. Can you help me open this, please? technical difficulties. I finally got it open. Um, I will go ahead and add. This is just a little tomato-based, vegetable tomato-based sauce that I'm using with the vegetable broth. And obviously I fried the fish in here, so it has a lot of flavor. I'll be adding to that. And then just go ahead and mix that up. Turn the heat down a little bit. Okay. Next, about a tablespoon of creme fraiche. Add that to that. Help it thicken up the sauce. Okay, folks. Yeah, you can pull it off the heat. Okay. Our sauce is almost there. Kind of what we're looking for right here. Go ahead and take our fish. We have the bok choy from earlier. We'll lay down our fish. Okay, and then I have some potatoes that we had pan roasted earlier. Let me set them aside. Again, then we take our sauce and lightly just pour over it. Okay. And that is our turbot with your tomato butter sauce. You can throw some dill over that. Freshly cut dill. And to add a little bit more umami, fresh salmon roe. And there it is. And the edges here, pan fried turbot, bok choy, and seared potatoes. So here it is, folks. An easy 10-minute meal. Cooked at home. You can try that as well. With simple vegetables and simple sauce. I don't know what else to say.